Welcome back to Dr. Dendrix. As we are noticing the cases of black fungus these days, so this drug has been more popular nowadays. So this is most important for the students, that is second BDS undergraduates as well as the people you are preparing for NEET MDS. So one of your NEET questions might be from this. So this antifungal drug has been extracted from the bacteria called as Streptomyces nodosus. Just like the powerful antibiotic penicillin extracted from the fungus Penicillium chrysogenum. Coming to the chemical structure of this antibiotic, so this is a polyene type of antibiotic that has double bonds. It's been termed as both lipophilic as well as hydrophilic. That means it can bind to lipids as well as water. The reason I am stressing with the lipophilic will be known in the mechanism of action. This antifungal agent is effective against mucormycosis, also known as black fungus, which is predominant nowadays, and also against Candida albicans that causes oral candidiasis, and also against a protozoal disease known as leishmaniasis, also known as Kala Ajar. So this drug can be utilized for treatment of histoplasmosis caused by Histoplasma capsulatum, cryptococcus caused by Cryptococcus neoformans, as well as blastomycosis caused by Blastomyces dermatidis. So the main mechanism of action of this drug lies in the binding with the ergosterol that lies within the cell membrane of the fungus. After subsequent binding, there will be increased cell permeability followed by outward movement of ions, amino acids and water leading to cell death. The same in case of ergosterol, it's replaced by cholesterol in case of human cells. Although there is less affinity of binding of amphotericin with cholesterol of human cells, there are possible side effects with this drug. Here is a question: is amphotericin B effective against bacteria? The answer is big no. The reason is there are no sterols in cell wall of bacteria. And coming to the dosage and route of administration, this drug is taken orally with the dosage of 50 to 100 milligrams 4 times a day. In case of middle infections, it's given in topical way in 3% concentration. In case of intravenous administration, the dosage needs to be titrated to 0.3 milligrams per kg over 4 to 8 hours. If the patient is overdosed, there are possibilities of serious side effects. Hence, the dosage needs to be titrated. So this drug is available in different forms in order to meet the requirements. The foremost available form is amphotericin B deoxycholate, also known as ABD or conventional amphotericin. So this is highly toxic as well as highly effective. The second form is ambisome, also known as liposomal amphotericin B. This contains 10% of amphotericin B combined with phosphatidylcholine, cholesterol and phosphatidylglycerol. On binding with the ergosterol of fungal cell membrane, this lipid complex disintegrates to drug as well as the lipid components, thus having the less side effects. And the third form is amphotericin B lipid complex, abbreviated as ABLC, that contains amphotericin B of 35% combined with dimyristoyl phospholipids. The fourth and final form is amphotericin B colloidal dispersion, abbreviated as ABCD, contains amphotericin B of 50% combined with cholesterol sulfate. There are more adverse effects associated with this drug. The acute side effects includes allergy, chills, fevers. The reason why is the prostaglandin synthesis has been increased here. The long-term side effects include nephrotoxicity and hepatotoxicity due to hypokalemia as well as acidosis. So there are certain drug interactions with this amphotericin B. So one should be cautious while using this drug with aminoglycosides, vancomycin and cyclosporine, as aminoglycosides will also cause kidney disease. The plasma T-half of this drug is 15 days. This is the reason why there are more side effects. So this drug is metabolized in liver and excreted through bile as well as urine. And finally, the points that needs to be summarized before leaving this video. The hero of the today's video, that is amphotericin B, is a polyene antibiotic, and this is produced from Streptomyces nodosus, which is a bacteria and not fungus, and it mainly acts on ergosterol of fungal cell wall. So this is the reason where the human cell wall is having cholesterol with a similarity of ergosterol. So there are more possible side effects with this drug. So amphotericin B deoxycholate is highly toxic as well as highly effective. And coming to liposomal amphotericin B, so this only releases the drug when it binds to fungal cell wall. So thus, the human cell wall as well as the human organs are protected from this drug. The main adverse effects of this drug includes nephrotoxicity as well as hepatotoxicity. The reason here is there is increased production of prostaglandins as well as cytokines, leading to allergical reactions as well as nephrotoxicity due to hypokalemia as well as acidosis. Hope you people understood today's class on antifungal drug, the gold standard antifungal drug amphotericin B. Just in case if I miss any prime points, just comment in the comment box and don't forget to like, share and subscribe Dr. Dentrix. Stay tuned to Dr. Dentrix.